Happy Monday, everybody. It's Lorraine Alternative Homesteading. Guess what I just did? I killed a snake. Yes, I did. I didn't want to. I don't like killing animals, but it was in here, and I wasn't about to carry it into the creek, so I killed it with a garden tool. Anyway, I hope everybody's doing well. I have very little space on my phone, so I'm going to record this until it craps out. I hope everybody enjoyed the interview that I had with Richard Moore. There was a lot more that I wanted to say. Sometimes the conversation meanders and I didn't get to finish a thought. And one of those thoughts were, and I'd mentioned it to you guys before, that when I lived at 52 Sutton Drive in Manalapan, New Jersey, and the second provocateur moved in, and there was a DJ truck in front of her driveway often. I believe it was a surveillance vehicle. But after I moved out, that DJ truck was then on my former driveway. And as you know, a police officer purchased my property, purchased my house. Yeah, it must have been such a horrible place that an officer with 3 kids would want to move into it, right? Would want to move into my 5-bedroom gorgeous home that they vandalized to the tune of $300,000 so that he could buy it and move in. But anyway, he's obviously involved, and they obviously wanted my house for this individual, or at least one of their own. But yeah, so the DJ truck ended up on my former driveway, which just goes to show you that they're all in on it together. But thank you all for your questions and comments with regard to the interview. So that was one of the things that I wanted to clarify for people who had never heard my testimonies before. I didn't finish about the DJ truck. So the DJ truck was either a surveillance vehicle or had something in it that was important to the cops, right? So it was first on my neighbor perpetrators, and then after I moved out, that DJ truck was then on my former driveway. The reason I know it is because one of my cats got stuck in a kitchen cabinet, and we had to trap it and have him sent back here months later. But that cop, I'm just going to tell you, this is how nasty he was. He was so nice during the sale and whatever, but as soon as we closed on the house, he told my realtor, it's my effing house now, when we discovered that one of my cats was trapped in a hole that I didn't know existed in one of my bottom kitchen cabinets, and he was hanging out there because he was petrified. So yeah, they're so nice. Such nice creatures, yeah. He couldn't wait to buy my house. And just as a side, that they get special mortgages. I believe his mortgage was at 2%. So not only did he get my house that was dropped from 620 to I think it was 550 or 540, but he ended up getting my security system, my hardwire security system that I left behind, a whole bunch of other things that I left behind just because I couldn't take them with me. All newly renovated stuff. So yeah, so that copper got my house and had that DJ truck on my driveway. So they're all in on it. They're all in it together. It's real estate mobbing. For anybody who doesn't understand real estate mobbing, it's when groups of people, these criminals, want your house. And what they'll do is they will harass you out of it. They'll deteriorate it because they want to decrease the value, because when their guys come in, of course, they're going to renovate it to the way they want it to anyway. And actually, on the day that I was moving out, they actually had some decorator or architect coming in because they were going to put shelves in my former living room or whatever. And they were going to redo some of the closets. Well, yeah, of course. I mean, he got it for a steal. He got my house for a steal, so he could absolutely afford, on his salary, to renovate my house after I moved out. But anyway, with your tax dollars, these criminals, this is what they do. But yeah, so unfortunately, I killed a snake. It was in here. And the only reason I knew that it was here, my guineas, this is why guineas are so valuable. They alerted me. And this is why I know that the perps put this snake here. The snake was inside the doghouse. It was in here. And my guineas surrounded it. I come out here, hear this cackling noise. I'm thinking, what is going on out there? I come out and it's like, oh my goodness, my birds are surrounding something. And I look and it's like oh no, what am I going to do? So I'll show you what I did, guys. I used this, just so you know, I used this to squash him. And then after he was pinned, I had to pin him or her down with this. I believe it was a rattlesnake. And then after I pinned it down, I mean, it took like 20 minutes. It wouldn't die. It just would not die. And then I had to use a hoe. I, I had to use this thing to kind of hit him and stuff. It's just horrible. It was just a horrible way to start my day. This is Wilderness Training 101 by Lorraine. Use a garden tool. Anybody else would have, I can't say it on YouTube, you know, they would have taken their pew-pews and it would have been boom, gone. But no. And then, of course, before I had to say a prayer and forgive me for killing the snake. Like, I don't want to kill the snake, but I wasn't going to leave it here.